Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome to today's show. We are talking about the mistakes that people make on the first date. Right. I've got a couple of questions that were sent to me by some clients, and they wanted to know why some guys never come back to the second date. And even some guys are also asking, Auntie, why I went on a date with this girl, and after the first date, I never heard from her. And so, this is what we are going to be talking about today. So, let's start by your appearance. You get to the date. What are you wearing? Your clothes, are they too revealing? Are they too tight? Are they too big for you? Because men are like animals. They are visual animals, right? They are hunters. So they always hunt for the best meat. And a lot of girls, what can I say? What word can I use? Are being led astray by certain people or certain women or certain coaches that are telling them that, you know, the more you reveal your assets, like your boobs and so on and so on, the more this guy is going to be really turned on with you. But that's not true, because a real guy who wants you for the marriage will not want his assets to be displayed for everybody to see. What do I mean by that? I mean, you go to a date and your boobs are this, halfway, half your boobs are out, half your back is out. Um, and, like you are skimpily dressed, like a person who is going to a party. If you do that, then, we are going to have a little problem, because a guy who is ready to settle down doesn't want his woman to be displayed to unwanted audience. If you get what I mean. Men, when they are after you, or when they like you, or they love you and they want to settle down, they don't want to see their women's body advertised to everybody, because this is their treasure. You are going to be their treasure. You are going to be a daughter-in-law to his mom. So his mom would not be happy if somebody will show her pictures of you with your boobs hanging out, and your clothing is so tight that you can't even walk in it. There's too many designs going on that it's a sore to the eyes. That's a big mistake, because when you're on the first date, remember, these guys are interviewing you, and vice versa. You are also interviewing them. But remember, the guy is the one that is going to marry you. So the final decision is his decision, whether he wants to marry you or he doesn't. Whether you like him, whether you do whatever you do, the final decision is his. So you need to make sure that you are dressed correctly. When you go on this on the first date, even on dates, you don't have to buy new clothes, ladies. No, just find something that will accentuate your body. You are elegant. You walk with style. Don't walk like a pack of dogs is chasing you. No. And some will say, well, what about if I wear flat shoes? Yeah, you can wear flats if you want. It depends what you're wearing. But on the first date, it depends as well where you're going. Are you going to the park? Are you going for dinner? Are you going to a movie? Are you going to a party? So dress accordingly. Dress according to the occasion you have been invited to. Because if you are going to the park, why are you wearing 12 centimeter heels when you are going to be walking on grass? Obviously, you're going to lose your heels in there, right? And why are you wearing that tight dress when you are going to the park? Wear something comfortable, because you are probably be sitting on the grass, or you're going to be sitting on the bench, and that can ruin your special dress. One girl even asked me, what about the hairdo, auntie? And I said, well, the hairdo, it also depends where you're going. But always make sure that your hair looks good, looks polished, looks nicely styled. Because what happens is, on the first date, that's when this guy is also going to see if you are going to be the mother of his children, right? And you as well are going to see whether this guy is going to be the father of my children. So you need to be presentable, right? And you need to be something or somebody that he is going to be thinking about when he leaves the date, right? That's number one for dressing. I think I have covered everything about dressing. Then number two, the behavior, how you behave on that date. And you also, as a woman, you are also supposed to, observe how this guy behaves on the date. Is he respectful to other people around you? The waiter, the girl or the guy in front of you, if you are in line, even boarding a plane or even boarding a bus, is he respectful? You go out for groceries, how does he behave when somebody knocks his cart? Because you can always see the behavior of a person in public, right? And you can also see who he is when he gets angry. Does he throw stuff around? Does he go and push other people's carts? Or does he go and, confront that person who has just bumped into your cart by mistake? So these are all the things that, ladies, you need to be observing. Remember, you are the captain of your ship. You are supposed to be observing too, and ask a lot of questions and do a lot of listening and observing. Less talking, ladies, because most of you are sharing too much information on the first date and is turning these guys off. So you need to slow down. Don't share too much on the first date. You, as the lady, you are there to see if this guy can be the father of your children. So that's one other thing that you need to observe as well. Is this guy going to be the father of your children? Is he the guy that you are going to take home to present to your parents or your family? And vice versa. And remember, these guys are also searching for a daughter-in-law to their family too. So the way you behave as well, okay? The way you chew your food, the way you eat your food, the way you drink. Are you going to be drunk on the first date? Huh? First date and you are drunk. You lose your shoes. Oh, ladies, guys, right? And then one other question that I got: what if he asks you to pay half the bill? Wow! If he asks you to pay half the bill, you pay the bill and you disappear and you delete his number. You hear me, ladies? Because a gentleman will never ask a lady to pay 50% of the bill on the first date, even on any date. Right? You hear me, ladies? A guy should always be taking you, when he takes you out, he should be able to foot the dinner bill, not ask you for 50% or even to pay anything at all. Because remember, you are setting standards before you are actually married to this guy. So now if you start, if he start asking you to pay for half the bill, then what's the point of going out with this guy? There's no point. So listen, ladies, be smart when you go out with these guys. Okay? Anyway, that's all that I had for you this week. Next week, we'll continue again with this topic on the how to behave or what to do on the first date. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now. Yes, bye-bye for now. We'll talk next week.